We listen, we chat, and we read letters which forms words that may create an impact on each one of us.
Okay. Now, what about for her to be able to
Now
change
let's
the
talk about
slides
your
from
forms
here?
of communication. First thing is the most common of all,
Don't hit
verbal
none.
communication, which includes sounds, words, language,
That's
and
power.
speaking. There are many languages spoken in the world,
No,
and
that's
there
the
are a lot of
pointer.
ways as well for us to understand each other. You come
Can we take
across
this
people
green
from
bar
various
off?
ages, cultures, and races. Not fluent, no problem. In communication, self-confidence plays a vital role which, when clubbed with fluent communication skills, can lead
Because
to
if not,
success.
you're going to have to do it from there.
The second form of communication is the non-verbal communication. It involves physical ways of communication like tone of the voice,
Because he wasn't up
touch,
there at first.
smell, and body motion. Body language is the non-verbal way of communication. Body posture and physical contact convey a lot of information. Physical contact like shaking hands, pushing, patting, and touching
You hit
expresses
that?
a feeling of intimacy. Facial expressions, gestures, and eye contact are all different ways of communication. Reading facial expressions can help you know a person better. The third form of communication
So
is
I'm
the
going to step
written
out and go get some
communication.
ice.
Written
And let me make
communication
sure
is the
anything
writing
works.
or
I'll
composing
move
of
over
words
there.
which you want to
I'll just
communicate.
move over there.
Okay.
Written communication is essential for business
Did you see
purposes.
how I made that a
It is
full
also
screen for that
practiced in
video?
many different
Mm-mm.
Let me
languages.
show you.
Emails, reports, articles, and mobile SMS are some of the examples of informal written communication. In addition, the fourth form of communication is the visual communication. It is a visual presentation of information like photography, signs, typography, symbols, and
That.
designs. Television and video
Oh,
clips are the
okay.
electronic form of visual
But to put it on full
communication.
screen, I'm going to show
Visual
you.
communication is somehow similar to nonverbal communication, but visual communication involves more
Is
onto
it
sight.
like where the two TVs are
What are the effective ways
intertwined?
for communication?
To a YouTube video on
Be
this.
direct to the point with your
Bottom
message.
corner,
Don't use
you
complicated
click that
sentences and
square and it
words.
makes it take this
Be
full
free to
screen.
express
Okay.
yourself.
When you're ready to
Don't be afraid to
Okay.
express
see
what
what
you
you
feel, but still using nice
use the
intonation and
everything
respectful
else.
words. Use visuals to add further
Communication,
meaning to your message.
professionalism.
Be focused when delivering your ideas.
Oh
Don't
shit,
get distracted when conveying your message.
the role of the educator.
Be not a speaker alone, but also a
State
listener.
board is
Remember,
tomorrow.
communication is a
Okay.
two-way process, and that both
Okay.
parties
So
must be
the
able
only
to
one that
convey
should be
and
covering
receive the
today is
message.
communication and professionalism. That's
Now
it. And that
imagine
should
our
take your
world without
whole
communication. Do you
and
think
then Kevin
everything
Lee
will
is
still
going to
be
be
the same?
PSI at 1:15.
Okay.
Live your life while you can. Be one of the healthiest person you know. Express your thoughts. Inspire others. Have confidence. And let the world know what you have in mind.
I'll have to bounce back from this real quick. But I'm going to set you up before I leave.
All right. What did you guys think about the video? What's one of the takeaways anyone learned that they want to share? It is. Absolutely. And how many of us are actually teaching adult learners? Adult learners are some of the hardest to teach at this point because a lot of times, often, the adult learners think they know more than you. They're actually grown. So when they're adults and they're grown, it's harder to reach them. So it's important that we display and convey a certain communication to them where they stay abreast and they stay on point. Okay? Anyone else wanted to share something they learned from the video? Yes, Destiny. As instructors, we have to project.
It's a two-way communication between the instructor and the student. That's how I saw it, because sometimes we want the student to communicate with us, but maybe we're not as effective in that area.
Exactly. And how many of us, any of us have shy or timid personalities that sometimes you struggle with communicating with others? You do? And oftentimes it's important that if and sometimes our communication can be a little off because how we're perceived is not always the way it's received, the intent of how you wanted the information to be received. And that's why it's important that as instructors that we actually put ourselves in a posture to effectively communicate. So the video was actually just a piggyback of what we had already stated. So expectation is extremely important when we're talking about communication, because everyone has an expectation. Like, you have an expectation to get something out of the class, and I have an obligation to deliver. So that's extremely important when we are talking about communicating effectively. Before we go into this video, though, in order to receive information or to even communicate, it's very important to be a great listener. And oftentimes, I know for me, especially with my husband, I actually listen to respond. Am I the only one? Of course not. So oftentimes we listen to respond, but this video is going to provide keys and tools on how to be a better listener. And then we'll talk about it in just a second. Is that as loud as it's going to go? That's as loud as it's going to go.